If you're seriously trying to find a school life review, are you on drugs? Is your IQ like that of 60? Did you get abused by your parents? Something like that? Because why the hell are you looking for a review on this anime? Anybody that would be daring to talk about this anime will be dodging the bullet so fucking hard as to, what did you think of the ending? Or what did you think of this anime? And it's like, have you seen it? And then if they say no, then you're like, Because after the first episode, everything's totally different. But the first episode is what causes everybody to fucking watch this anime and keep watching, no matter how bad it got, or if you thought it was the best shit ever, or if you thought it was the worst shit ever. The first episode, everybody watched, and everybody fucking loved it. Does not matter what you say. If the first episode was an OVA, I would right now call it 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 just fucking blows your mind. But we're talking about the anime. We're not talking about the entirety of just the one first episode. Because if it was just the first episode, then I could show you all these pictures. I could just show you all the things that happens, because the first episode is totally misleading. I will say this right now. If you have not seen the first episode, I highly suggest you should watch the first episode. Doesn't matter if you're not going to like the rest of the anime, which is what I'll be talking about. Doesn't matter if you actually turn out liking it and you actually like the end of the rest of the anime, then cool. Good on you. You can pat yourself on the back and call yourself Chuck Norris or whatever you want. I don't care. I don't give two shits. You can have underwear on your head, and I still wouldn't give two shits about it, because you liked the anime. If that's your opinion, huzzah for you. Now for me, I will say this though. Watch the first episode. That's all you gotta do. Watch the first episode, and you will totally understand why everybody got so hyped about this anime. You will understand immediately just why everybody thought that this shit was going to be the best thing, like best mixtape to ever go down, better than Tupac, better than anything. I'm saying random stuff right now, so just ignore that. But seriously, real talk with you and me. We're like right next to each other, and I'm just talking to you, and I'm just like, hey baby. I look your ear, and I'm just like, shh. Watch the first episode of School Life. That's all there is to it. You just watch the first episode of School Life, and then come back to this. That's not even a request. That's a fucking order. You come back to this after watching the first episode of Gakugurashi. I'm still not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to do anything like that if you actually are too lazy to actually go and watch the first episode. But I'm just saying, watch the first fucking episode. Doesn't matter if I give a shitty rating or if I give the best rating on the planet. Watch the first episode. Doesn't matter what the rest of the anime, what I thought of the rest of the anime. The first episode you have to watch. Have I made that clear? Good, because watch the first episode. Now, continuing on, this anime is not what it seems. You see the first episode, it's all moe, it's all cute, it's all just beautiful, and you're just thinking to yourself, holy shit, I can die from this cuteness. And then something happens about 3/4 of the way into the first episode, and you kind of get the vibe that something is going to go down. Some shit is going to go down. And you kind of get the vibe that, yeah, this is going to happen. Something is going to happen, not this specific thing is going to happen. You just know something is going to happen. Like, you see subtle things throughout the anime, and then you kind of think to yourself, through the first episode, and you're just thinking to yourself, yeah, what the fuck is going to happen? I can just smell it. And then as you like you're sniffing your way through your bedroom, you see your closet cracked a little bit open, and this is like the middle of the day, so it's not some creepypasta shit. And you see the closet slightly opened, and there's just like a sliver of darkness over there. Your nose is taking you over there slowly, thinking, yeah, okay, something's going to happen over here. Sniff your nose right at the closet, and then batshit crazy little ex-girlfriend comes out, whacks you in the face with a metal baseball bat, and you're just lying on the ground wondering what the fuck just happened. And then your ex-girlfriend just tells you, fuck you, and just walks out of the window and just steps on the stairs to heaven and just leaves. And you're just like lying on the ground thinking to yourself, and then that's it. That's the first episode. That is the most accurate description of the first episode that I can give you. And if you read a synopsis about this, if you read anything about Gakko Gurashi, if you read anything about Gakko Gurashi, anything, GG well played. GG well played. Because you probably already know what happens at the end of the first episode. And if you already know what happens, there's no point in watching the first episode. Just skip to the second episode. Because, god damn it, you shouldn't have read that shit. Why did you do it? Why did you do it, John? What about you, Susie? Why? Why did you do it? At any rate, you guys are all here for a review while I've been on and on rambling about how much the episode 1 fucks your mind. How much it fucks you up. And you know what? It does. And there's a reason why I'm putting so much emphasis on the first episode. And I'll get on to that right now. The reason why I have such an emphasis on episode 1 is that it kind of, while its plot and the story and the perspective of it is totally different from the rest of the anime, what happens in the first episode kind of keeps happening throughout the rest of the show. You get subtle drops, like the rest of the show in a 12 and an 11 episode span. Like, you catch a couple things here and there, and then you kind of start piecing stuff together, and then you realize, oh shit, this is actually what happened. And as you're going through it, you kind of think to yourself, yeah, okay. So it's really not all that bad. It's not that much of a plot twist. And then something else happens, like towards the end of the anime, where it's just like, yeah, okay. I literally cannot say anything else, because if I say anything else, it's going to spoil it. And you guys are the whole shock value of this anime is what makes it. I'm not going to lie. What made the anime for me when I first saw it was the shock value of the first episode. And then there's a little bit of shock value here and there throughout the rest of the anime. And I actually enjoyed watching it. I just didn't like how dragged out it felt. I felt like it was very dragged out. I felt like there were certain things that were occurring that seemed to be just filler. I felt like this anime could have been done Black Rock Shooter style. And if you don't know Black Rock Shooter, the series had like 6 or 7 episodes. I felt like Gakko Gurashi could have been just 6 or 7 episodes. If it was only 6 or 7 episodes, I would have given it a much significantly higher rating. But it wasn't 6 or 7 episodes. It was 12 episodes of regular standard core of anime series. Cool. It was dragged out. That's the only thing I will say about this anime, for the reason thereof that I cannot spoil anything. If I spoil anything, it ruins the shock value. If episode 1 was by itself, I would give it 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, somewhere around there. I don't even know. I'm saying that on the spot. It was a very good episode. But then if you talk about the rest of the series bundled up with that, like some kind of lecherous cancer stuck onto the prime gem of a little child, and you're just like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, it has potential. And then you see the leech just sticking off of her cheek, on her left cheek, and she's like, yeah, sorry about the rest of me. And you're just like, no, it's okay, because you want to focus on the first episode. As you go through the entire anime, I'm going to tell you right now, don't expect another of that first episode for the rest of the series. Don't expect it. You're not going to get it. I think that's what kept me going. I was hoping for something at the very end to just be totally mindfucky, like basically the beginning of the anime. You're just like, oh my god, how did I not expect this? Or just basically it fucks with you. But nothing like that happens. So I can tell you that right now, that the shock value that you get out of the first episode never happens again. There's a couple plot twists, there's a couple things that happen, but honestly, they were all very fucking predictable. They were all so predictable. I liked how, after the first episode, they kind of do a time lapse backwards to like the beginning of everything. And there's really no coherent timeline that they follow. It just kind of goes back and forth. And then somehow you have to figure out, like, okay, yeah, this is going on. Or, okay, yeah, this is different timeline, or not timeline. This is a different time frame from the last episode or the episode after it, so on and so forth. The real 2, 3, 4 main things that you gotta really know about this anime. First episode, the best episode of this anime. There are very few anime where I can say that. And if I can say that, that's not a good thing. That's usually not a good thing. If I can say, episode so-so, best episode of the anime. It's not a good thing, because then that means that the rest of the anime was lacking. So lacking that I could actually identify a perfect episode compared to the rest of the anime. First episode, perfect. Absolutely best among all the other episodes of this anime. Boo-hoo. Okay, that was to be expected considering how long I've been talking about the first episode. The second thing is to not expect a shock value magnitude as compared to the first episode. If I were to give you a measurement of the other shock values that you get throughout the rest of the anime compared to the first episode shock value of the plot twist, if I were to give you that as a rating of a 10, that's the shock value of 10, and that's the maximum you can possibly get if you can guess. But yeah, shock value of 10 for the first episode. I would say the higher shock value after that is probably a 5, maybe a 6. Pretty solid shock factor into it. Pretty solid, but it's nothing like the first episode. Nothing like it. The third thing is that while you watch this anime, expect great things from the first episode, and then after that, just leave every last bit of your shred of expectations you possibly could have at the train station. And just leave. Just leave as fast as fucking possible. Because you do not want to have any of those expectations when you watch the rest of the anime. It ruined it for me. Ruined it for probably everybody else that went in not knowing what the fuck was going to happen in the first episode. It ruined everything because we were expecting great things and we were expecting so much potential. And there's potential. There was some. But our expectations were so high that it could not have possibly done it. The fourth and final thing that I want to say is that not all things are as they seem. And I hope you can keep that close to your heart as you watch this anime. Because as you watch this anime, there are going to be some things you expect, and there's going to be some things that you don't expect. All I'm going to say is that please, for the sake of your sanity and for the sake of the loved ones of yours, please, please, please be on your toes, because not everything is as they seem. Not everything is as they seem. That's all I can say without spoiling anything. Hope I did a pretty good job. And wait, excuse me, Mr. DTA Reviews. Yes, my fellow viewer. You didn't give us a rating. Yes, I know I didn't give a rating. Give us a rating, you little piece of shit. But you see, give us a fucking rating. You gave us a rating for the first episode. It was 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. What did you think of the rest of the anime? I suppose I have no choice. 5 out of 10. I'm going to be crisp and clear, and I'm just going to make it, I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. 5 out of 10. Even with the first episode on its pedestal, and even as I shower petals onto it, worshipping it as one of the gods of Japan, just saying, yes, this is what we need more of, the rest of the anime falls so far down below my expectations, and it's just so lacking thereof that it cuts the 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 into literally half, and becomes 5 out of 10. Not too bad, but it's not good either. It's not bad, it's not good. It is something to watch if you are literally out of things to watch and you just need to watch something for the sake of watching something. That's all there is to it. Watch the first episode and just remember the first episode. You can forget about everything else. Just remember the first episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more videos like these, please subscribe and follow me as I go out on a crusade to conquer all of the YouTube world and all of the anime community and enslaving them to my reviewing. At any rate, as always, folks, somehow, somewhere, I'll see you guys soon.